Ah, yes. 2001. 2001, the year my nephew entered the first year of high school. One of my nephews. Kevin Smith fan. I mean, Kevin Smith fan. Okay? Like the early stages of like, oh, we're discovering dirty rated R movies. And let's go back and watch all the other Kevin Smith movies that were out. And including at the time, borrowing my copy of Dogma and never seeing it again. Uh, but yes, but I bought another copy later. Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back is probably their most accessible movie road trip movie. Next to it is next to maybe Clerks 2. Maybe the Zack and Miri make a porno. But this is he just decided. Kevin Smith and Jay decide to go to Hollywood in this one, vicariously through means, because their movie has been ripped off. This is the beginning of the internet was brand new as of '96. People were posting on it. By 2001, the internet had exploded, and internet podcasts and things like that were new. All that stuff was new. People were like phoning it in, saying, "Oh, your best stuff is your comedy. Do this." And people were phoning in stuff like, oh, these guys rip off this other stuff, and they gave Kevin Smith an idea. He said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a movie where Jay and Silent Bob have actually been ripped off by Chris Rock's character, and they're going to go to L.A. and stop him. So it's Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. They're going to go to L.A. and stop him. Of course, they run into George Carlin along the way, who is a drifter, who decides that the only way to get to Hollywood is, you just gotta put out, because that's what they do there, and that's where the expression is who who you share blow with, and who you give the blow to, as George Carlin then imitates, and it's like, oh my god, and then Carrie Fisher accidentally gets in on the act too, so we have as a nun. There's just this movie is crazy. It's just completely nuts, and there's a lightsaber battle at the end with Mark Hamill, which you just got to figure, like, George Lucas is going to sue somebody. And he never did sue them. He totally approved. Kevin Smith doing that. So much so that many, many years later, during the making of Star Wars Episode 7, J.J. Abrams invited him on the set of the movie Star Wars Episode 7. And there's a big podcast. You can go on his website. Check that out, this podcast, and see what he found out about the Star Wars movie. After the movie came out, he could disclose the information. Yes. But, yeah. Just not exactly like Mark's Cards and I at Disneyland, where there was a verbal NDA concerning the good dinosaur in some of the Star Wars attractions, which after they were already getting announced, we could talk about. But, yeah, that's a little different. We were fans, not in the movie. But, yeah, so Clerks and all these other movies all have this sort of linear thing with this one. This movie is the most self-deprecating and effacing. This is the one where they basically reference their other movies. It's pop culture. Theirs has become pop culture. It's weird. The DVD version of this I recommend. The longer version, the special edition, because on the DVD, and I don't know if it was transported to the Blu-ray as well, but the DVD version from 2001 or roughly 2002 has like well over a movie's worth of outtakes and bloopers and podcasts and commentary, and is just a wealth of cool, like, early internet stuff on Jay and Silent Bob and stuff. And it has the unedited Bohemian video in which they talk about getting high. And what's funny about that video is all the conservatives back then were like, oh my god, this video is about getting high, that's terrible, it's about pot's bad. Actually, listen to the song, it's about how stupid the guy is on pot. With lines like, he's going to go to school, but he got high. He's going to go to work, but he got high. He's going to go to court because he got sued for divorce, but he got high. He's going to go to court because he got high. He ends up getting shot by the cops and getting paraplegic because he got high. So the song actually says, don't get high, you'll be stupid. So, they weren't listening at all. But yeah, but yeah, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, they end up going to the studio. Oh, Will Ferrell. Yeah, young Will Ferrell is in this. a young SNL guy, and he's playing the Will Ferrell. Well, not young, but youngish. And what's hilarious is they got Judd Nelson to play the Ranger. Oh God! And it features the infamous line which ended up on T-shirts. Oh my God! They shot me in the ass. I'm paralyzed. There's this monkey in it that shoots Will Ferrell in the ass, and he wasn't really paralyzed. He tranquilized him. But it's just crazy. It's a great movie. It's so weird. And there's a Scooby-Doo scene that inspired the live-action Scooby-Doo movies. They just loved it so much they wanted to make a live-action one. They didn't ask me. But it was funny. Ruby-dooby-boo! And we explained why those Scooby snacks made him so hungry. Yeah. Because we always suspected it was the 70s. You know what I'm saying? Those were not Scooby snacks. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They were expensive Scooby snacks for 1970 or so. And they made him really hungry afterward. They were Scooby snacks. They were. Okay.